Greetings friends and fellow aliens, my name is David. Thank you for tuning into this video and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I am an author, I am an INFJ, I do stuff on YouTube, I do other stuff sometimes, so there's that. And I wrote a book, which is sponsoring this video because I'm self-published and I have to do it that way. This is a supernatural story. The main character is an INFJ with all kinds of unhealthy traits trying to find his way. If you could do me the honor of reading my words, link is in the description. The book is available on Amazon. Autographed copies are available. Link is up there. And I would love it if you could read it and offer some feedback, write a review and post it to Amazon. This is the hard work that a self-published author has to do in order to get their work out there. This is something I believe is worth reading. It's got 5 stars. I know you're going to like it. So please. And thank you. If you don't do the reading thing, that's totally okay. If you feel like throwing a couple of coins my way, my Venmo thing is down there in the description. I would appreciate it if you buy me a cup of coffee. That'd be great. So I can keep putting out content like this, where I'm going to talk about 3 things you can do as an INFJ to get yourself improving, to get yourself healthier mentally and emotionally, and to become overall just a more solid person. Now I'm going to throw a disclaimer out to you. I do not believe that people in particular need fixing. And my job is not to sit here and tell you, without knowing anything about you or your personal circumstances, that you need to be fixed. Nor should you listen to any INFJ content that is out there that tells you that something is wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. You perceive and see the world in a different way than most. And sometimes we got to work around some of those things in order to feel okay. So how do we do this? How do we become better human beings? How do we work towards improving ourselves, towards really looking in the mirror and saying, okay, I have some shortcomings. I have some things that I feel like I need to work on to be better. And how do we go about that? And what are those things? Now listen, it's important to understand that as an INFJ out there, you are not broken. You may feel like a misfit. I refer to fellow INFJs on this channel in particular, when I'm always saying friends and fellow aliens, that I refer to us in this term of being an alien, of feeling like this world isn't really yours, and that you don't fit quite like the cog that you would hope to fit in a well-oiled machine. Maybe you're a little awkward, maybe you're a little clunky, but you get the job done. There is proof of this. All you got to do is watch a video like this or look at some of my other videos and just dive into the comment section, because it is filled with people just like you, just like me, and we talk and we get along and we find so much common ground, and these things just resonate over and over and over again. This is not coincidence, people. This is how it actually works. So the first one, my 3 ways that you as an INFJ can just become a bit healthier and better balanced. Number 1, learn to set boundaries. I know this is something that everybody always says all the time, and it's one of the most difficult things to do, is setting the boundary, because you are that giver typically. As an INFJ, you don't want to disrupt anything. You kind of want the harmony to keep going of the group or whatever else, but it is very important to take care of yourself and to say, listen, this is what I need in order to be okay, to be healthy, to be rested, to be balanced, and all those different things. And if you don't stand up for yourself and give you that thing that you need, you can get very easily taken advantage of. When you're that person that gives and gives and gives and puts your own needs and thoughts and feelings aside in order to give and provide for somebody else, you are teaching that person through your own actions that you come second. I'm sorry, but I completely disagree with that, because I feel like in order to be at my best for other people, I need to have my own back and I need to be okay. Because if you are spread too thin, think of yourself as a rope. And if you're constantly adding weight to a net at the end of this rope, and you can feel it tightening, and you can feel tension, and you feel it twisting, I mean, that's you, as all of these things are burdening you over and over and over again, and you are often burdening yourself with all of these things over and over and over again. And eventually, some of those little threads in that rope start to snap, start to break, and that weight feels heavier and heavier. And if you're constantly telling somebody it's okay, just put the weight on there, I'll hold it together, at some point, that rope's got to snap. Instead, I'm just saying, why not tell the person down there that's about to add some weight, hey, listen, I'm already stretched too thin, back off. This is why I think it's really important for INFJs to have friendships that are very clear and very understanding, and to have dynamics and relationships that are very clear and very understanding. Because if you are with somebody that knows that you have a propensity to give too much of yourself, that person can easily see it, recognize it, they want the best for you, and they say, hey, listen, you shouldn't do that. You need to back it down a little bit because you're stretched really thin. When somebody else recognizes that, it is so empowering as a human being in that relationship, be it romantic or a friendship. It shows this level of care and understanding that somebody has for you, that yes, they're not going to take advantage of you putting something else and somebody else first over and over and over again. They're instead going to see it and recognize it and say, hey, that's not healthy for you. You know what, like, let me take care of this. Let me take some of this burden. Let me carry this little bit of weight because that rope's about to snap and it's going to get ugly. Setting those boundaries is key. And honestly, if somebody is upset at you drawing a line and setting a boundary, well, that means that they've had the intention to run over it the whole time. What are they upset at? Are they upset at the fact that you're not going to be the doormat for them to walk on? Are they like, well, your rope is snapping. Like, why are you getting so mad? You know, why? You can't take care of my crap too? Seriously. So really setting boundaries, and it kind of goes hand in hand with knowing when to let go of someone else's, pardon my French, merde de taureau, which actually is French, but I think it means like poop of the bull. But you know, I mean bullshit. Poop of the bull sounds like some Russian villain trying to describe. You're dealing with too much poop of the bull. I can do it in sign language too. You make a bull, you turn him, and you have poop flying out. That's ASL, I guess, for bullshit. Number 2 on my list, learning to let go. And immediately, I have triggered 80% of the people watching this video. I triggered myself too. Learning to let go is one of the hardest things as an INFJ. It's a very difficult thing to wrap your head around. It's a very difficult thing in practice because it tends to go against that extroverted feeling that you have, where you want to take care of people, you want to do the right things, you have some of those idealistic tendencies, you want that group harmony. But learning to let go, especially somebody that is disappointed you or been disappointed in you, or you are disappointed with that person, you know it's bad, you know it's toxic, but for some reason you're just hanging on, waiting for some kind of improvement that's never going to come. You're better than that. And that is something that you should be walking away from. Now listen, I'm saying this as somebody who has a difficult time letting go himself. I tend to hang on to hurt. I tend to hang on to critical comments and critiques and things like that. And it is something that takes a lot of work to get through and to basically stand your ground and say, I am not deserving of this. I think that's very, very important. It comes down to, once again, not putting others before yourself. I don't think it's fair to put somebody's disappointment in front of who I am and how I work. Like, if you're disappointed in me, that's your opinion of me. And in a lot of ways, I feel like people project their opinions because of some of their own insecurities to others. And a lot of times that's a case of what is actually happening. Somebody is disappointed in you, or somebody has done something to hurt you. But in large part, I mean, in total, it's pretty much their perception of the situation, isn't it? Sure, once in a while you do something that is truly terrible as a human to another person, and you may have made mistakes in your life, and you apologize and you work around that in a way that's healthy for you. In other words, owning up to it when you have made the mistake. But just because you are capable of owning up to a mistake does not mean that every time somebody says something is your fault and you made a mistake, that's actually true. You don't want them to take advantage of your ability to apologize for a situation in order to skirt the blame that they are actually guilty of. So letting go, while very difficult, is critically important for you to become a healthy and balanced INFJ. It's something that allows you to basically be more in a present moment and not have everything that you do and all of your actions dictated by your past. It's in the past. It happened. It's over. You're in now. The third thing on my list is to learn some balance. So listen, you're an INFJ. Nothing is wrong with you. Okay? You are amazing. And you're an amazing person, and you have these amazing capabilities and gifts. You have this amazing way of seeing the world. You are truly beautiful. You are beautiful in every single way. Words can't keep you down. I miss my auto-tune. Okay, look, to be fair, I do a much better version of Lady Marmalade. I'm just like, my throat's a little sore today, so I'm not going to sing anymore, but I can if I wanted to. Yeah. What do I mean by balance? Well, that's understanding other people and understanding their needs and what they need in a relationship or a friendship, just as you understand what you need. So you are able to say, this is what I need, and I am capable of setting boundaries in order to make sure that I am living my best life, right? Well, you have to understand that that does not mean everybody around you kowtows to you being this INFJ, and so they all have to just do everything differently in order to not upset you. That's not how the world works, people. It doesn't work that way. So you need to be able to give ground as much as you can expect people to give some ground to you. Healthy boundaries work both ways. I have them, somebody else has them, we respect them, we communicate about it, and we're good moving forward and everybody's happy. So when I say balance as an INFJ, that means understanding that people are going to want things from you because they value you in a friendship or relationship. They're going to want to go out with you. If you just say no every time, you're just saying no every time. Once in a while, it's okay to say yes. Now, if somebody's like, hey, I want you to come out, we're having a party, and there's 50 people there, and I know COVID's going on, but like it's all cool, we're just, going to hang out, and it's not like we're all kissing each other or whatever, you feel free to say no if you're uncomfortable with that situation. And instead of just being that way or going and being an absolute mess in that environment because you're just awkward and, nervous about everything around you, tell that person, well, listen, I appreciate you inviting me. I'm going to say no to this one, but hey, maybe you and I could catch up for coffee next week. Look, it really is that easy. Just come up with a different way. Just because somebody is suggesting something, it doesn't mean you have to do that or you're the worst person ever, right? I mean, there's a give and take. Okay, I don't want to be in that situation. However, I'd be happy to get together. I'd be happy to talk. Shoot me a call on FaceTime in a few minutes when I'm done doing whatever it is I'm doing in my space where I just need some privacy. Like, I don't know, peeing. Learning that balance and learning that understanding that you cannot expect other people to tiptoe around your INFJing is really, really important, because a lot of times, from what I've seen, INFJs are out there and they're looking at the memes and this whole thing, and they're just like, well, I'm awkward and this is how I am and I don't want to go out and I don't want to do this and so on and so forth. And so nobody understands me and I'm a misfit and I'm just forever going to be misunderstood in this. Well, no, just get over yourself, for crying out loud. Seriously, snap out of it. You're in the real world, and you as a human being need some relationships and you need some friendships. You need to be able to talk to some people. It is good for you. It lets you engage your own senses. It lets you engage your own feelings. It puts everything into great perspective, and you can help somebody at the same time. There's nothing wrong with that. And don't be afraid of it being extroverting. go extrovert. Like, you need to go extrovert too. You can't just be shut in a cabin in the woods with your hoodie and your sunglasses writing your manifesto. It's not exactly healthy. So that's it for me on this one. And if you have other things that you think as an INFJ you keep in mind in order to work on your own improvement, what is that thing? As much as I have made fun of meditation in prior videos, just because I have a very, very difficult time quieting my own brain, it is something that I am now trying once in a while. I never knew what box breathing was, so I'm trying box breathing. I never knew what some of that mindfulness and some of that practice was like, and so I'm just dipping my toes into that to try and find some of these things to help settle myself. So I am better at setting boundaries, and I am better at being a balanced individual, and I am better at letting go of the things that have hurt me and prevented me from growing and moving forward and have caused me to be overly critical of myself. Look, we're all in this together, man. We can all do this. And like I said in the beginning of this video, you are among friends here. This is a great community. So take some time, write a couple comments down there, and just let me know what your thoughts are on all of this. I am very, very behind on comments. I'm going to try and catch up some, so I apologize if you've commented and I haven't been able to get to it. I really do put some effort in, but I have spent a lot of time on the road and just with a lot of things going on lately that I've been just a little nuts. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for tuning into this one. Thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful. If it is, once again, please consider picking up the book. Again, it is available on Amazon and all that stuff. And if that's not your thing and you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, I would greatly appreciate it. My Venmo's in the description down there. Anything helps and helps me do this kind of stuff, create this kind of content, and spend some time with you, beautiful, sweet, sweet INFJs. So thank you very much, and I will catch you on the next video.